Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from Tampa. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the two-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him.
Man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. So the 3-time Pro Bowler Javon Curse with a tackle there.
And you get selected for that game because you are a consistently dominant performer. And that's what he is. We always think about him being a pass rusher, but he can play the run as well. A guy that you just have to game plan for every week.
7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle, Johnson. And some room to run now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 40 yards rushing for him now his first 2 carries in the ballgame. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Johnson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it. Because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers, so that's Kenny Pickett.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him. Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
To try again after the sack. Pickett, oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's a sensational run there by Kyler Murray. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns, Charles. A great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
This is taken at the 15. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Night Train Lane. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And he finds McLaurin. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Now Pickett. Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. The Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning and the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the player. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. One more go for this offense in the 1st half.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Pickett now on first down.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Pickett back to throw.
Incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pickett right back to the air again.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
He's got room at the 30.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hopefully have success through the air.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Draw play, Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This one taken just inside the 10.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. First down, Murray. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been... Pickett lost it!
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Back to throw. Pickett.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here's Pickett.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Singletary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
Brought down at the 20.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Moss. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Back to throw it. Murray. This will be caught at about the 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. The 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressure, hurry, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground, And then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.